Hi, how are you? I'm John. I think Chris is doing this for Meat Speeds and Bubbles. She coerced me into doing some bucket worm farming, okay? So we, of course, just like anything, we couldn't agree on which method would be best. There's two, and so we each picked one. There's a 2-bucket method and a 3-bucket method. So I will show you the difference between them. Mine is the 3-bucket method. Basically, the buckets on the bottom are both the same on the 2 and the 3. They're just a bucket. There's nothing changed on them. The bucket on the 3, the second bucket, looks like this. It's got a bunch of holes in the bottom, big enough for a worm to crawl through, and then some air holes on top because the lid goes on. So you set that in the other bucket. You then put your food scraps, some browns, which is like moist newspaper for us, and worms in there. And I also put a little bit of compost in it to activate the bacteria. And then you put this bucket on top of it, okay? And it should come down to where it rests on it, but not smashing it. And you can kind of see the other matter down there. The reason you do that is in this method, now when we get new food scraps and stuff, we just throw them in this bucket. And the worms, as they eat all that stuff down there, they'll get hungry and they smell the deliciousness above them, and they'll crawl up through the holes and they'll start eating that. And so you pull this bucket out, you take that other bucket that's now compost, and you throw that in your garden. And then it becomes your top bucket, and you keep repeating that. Stuff will fall through into the bottom, mainly like liquids and stuff, I guess.
Juice, worm juice.
We'll see what that is. And you can use that too. The 2-bucket is that you put a bunch of holes, but they're smaller, just so it'll drain. And then you throw food matter and browns. They're little 1/8 inch holes. They're really tiny. And then your browns. You do the same thing here, except you don't put a bucket on top. And you can make it probably as deep as you want, I guess. And the worms will do their business. And then you've got to somehow sift the worms out of this stuff and start over. It seems like a lot more work to me. This one seems like it's much more efficient, but
we'll see.
This is the one Chris found.
That's
so
my method.
So she wouldn't come off of it, you know.
So
anyway, we'll see how it goes. And we bought the worms we cheated. We didn't go dig them up.
No.
We just bought them at Walmart.
Okay, but those are my worms. You gotta leave them.
These are her worms.
So my guys.
I'm gonna agitate them. Well, I don't even think there's any worms in here, so mine will definitely work better.
Did you take all my worms?
I freed them. I didn't take them. I freed them.
All right, so we'll keep you posted from time to time on what's going on, which bucket is better, which method is better. I don't really care. I just thought mine sounded interesting, and John liked his better. So who knows? Anyway, we'll see. This should perk up the garden nicely. So, all right. Well, John left. So, oh, wait, he's back. He's got his lid.
Where's your lid?
I got my lid right here. So, anyway, all right. Well, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.